if OKC would have went against the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love, who do you think would have won? Would it have been that OKC team or would it have been that Cleveland team? Would LeBron have got that championship with Cleveland?
I think that's hard to say, because of the fact that I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers on that team, they were a good squad.
They
So
were not gonna be denied that year.
yeah, I mean, I can't really say that it's automatically OKC would have won that. So I think that would have been a
Mhm.
great finals. That would have been a legendary finals. But just like it was against the Warriors, it was a legendary finals. It's just,
That's
you
probably the
know,
best NBA finals of all time. We talking
yeah,
about actual
yeah. So
competition and
That that's how you answer a question and say absolutely nothing. But
I know
I was a politician
I
now.
can't. Look,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I can't I
Man.
cannot I cannot say that
Oh,
Cleveland would absolutely win, and I can't say OKC would absolutely win
Well,
yeah, I think
because, I mean,
OKC.
I'm gonna put my
I
money
don't
on
know.
LeBron and the Cavs. I mean, not just because that's my
Of
team,
course.
but because also I'm looking at it like this: Kevin Durant, LeBron James probably cancel each other out, and LeBron just first off, the man went nuclear. The dude had what 3 40-point games in a row,
Yeah,
so that's kind
I
of
mean, he
crazy.
was
Yeah, he went crazy.
And
he
then
wa he
him and
was
Kyrie,
possessed. That you talking about
you
LeBron
know,
that was possessed.
they went for
Like,
40 each, and I say it comes down to Kyrie, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook is ready to dance with Kyrie because Kyrie would have made that man dance all over that court, and I think that was a difference. Plus, if you keep Kevin Love, it does cause a little bit of a matchup problem because now you basically putting Perk on Kevin Love and sending him out to the three, so Tristan gonna be grabbing all the boards. I mean, I think it brings up some really good matchups because again, you got James Harden coming off the bench. It probably would have been a starter by this point, but at the same
Yeah, he
time, there's
would have
only
been.
one basketball. They can't both be shooting. So I think James Harden game would develop differently had he stayed in OKC. So
Yeah.
he probably wouldn't be the prolific scorer that he turned into with Houston. So he probably would have been a really cold starter, but maybe not the guy that we saw in Houston. So
Yeah,
for
I
that
think
reason, I think
OKC.
I gotta go with the Cavs, man.
No, I
And
feel
the
you. I
Cavs
think
had defense
OKC.
too. The Cavs were a rugged defensive team in 2016. They had defense like crazy. So, and they got the bigs off the bench with Mozgov and these other guys, Shump,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs.
I I think Kyrie, just like Westbrook would have had trouble with Kyrie, Kyrie would have had a lot of trouble with Westbrook. I mean, as athletic
Yeah,
as
he would have put
Westbrook
him in the
was,
box.
and yeah, and how downhill he is with Kyrie wouldn't have been able to guard Westbrook. It would
Well,
it
that's when you put Shump on him, and
yeah.
then you got to also look at JR too. I mean,
Mhm.
Harden got to be chasing JR around the court because JR is running off screens, hitting threes. So it's a lot of different chess pieces going on at the same time. But I still
I
got to
think
get
it
an
would have
edge.
I think it would have been so close that it would have came down to a J.R. Smith boneheaded play or whatever,
Well,
and
no,
or
because
it
here's
could it could have it could come down to a Russell Westbrook boneheaded play.
true.
It could be
that is true. That is
And
true.
here's
That
the
is
it could be
thing.
the
true.
same
'Cause
thing.
Russell Westbrook could have did the same thing. Yeah.
Here's the thing. The ball wouldn't even been in JR's hand that situation. It could have came
Mhm.
down to the same thing it came down to what happened in real life. Kyrie made somebody dance and hit a big shot. So
KD could have hit a big shot.
But this is why I say it could go back and forth.
Yeah.
Y'all are more on my side. It like seriously, this is like like I don't
we
know.
need somebody to run a simulation on 2K and let us know who wins. That's what we
The
need.